Gemini, hi. So this is going to be a reading for September 2nd through the 8th. And I'll take a look into your recent past, your current energies, and your immediate future. And I'll close it off with a couple of cards from the universe for you. And these are general readings, so they may not resonate for all of you. If they do, there is an extended. At the end of the video, you can check out the link for that in the description box below if you want. Let's see. Gemini. This girl is so lazy. Juno's in the little box behind me, the black thing over there. And she's sleeping. She's laying down like this and looking up. And if there's a bird coming to the feeder there, she's kind of like... But she's like in laying position. So lazy. Anyways, the overall energy for the reading, the King of Cups. That's a lot of love you're showing me there. Okay. Almost feels like you're coming through with a lot of love despite everything at play, because there's a lot at play. But in the recent past, the Hermit, the Four of Swords, the Devil. I feel like you've been working a lot with things potentially about yourself that you may not want to deal with on a regular basis. You know, unhealthy habits. Like looking into yourself from that angle of, let me see where I can improve. You know, let me see what I do to bring harm to myself, and let me see if I can improve there. So it's a pretty cool energy. In the current situation, the Nine of Wands, the Five of Cups, the Three of Swords, you're quite resistant to accepting that there's quite the massive pain here brought up by something that's in the past. By the looks of it, it's there somewhere, but there's still quite the pain that is attached to that situation, and you're like, no, I'm good. There's no pain there. I'm okay. Okay. In the immediate future, the Two of Wands, the Page of Pentacles, the Tower. Ooh, this situation is teaching you patience. Because something's about to happen. Something quite big, apparently. But you need to wait for it. You know? And I see you with the Page of Pentacles. They're almost coming in and telling me, yeah, this is definitely teaching me patience. All right. Well, let's clarify. Let me do the King of Cups. The Ace of Pentacles, the Magician, the Queen of Wands. You're manifesting something here. I don't know if this is a new energy for you, in the sense of whatever you're manifesting goes in the direction of a energy, another energy, but I can't tell if this energy is something new for you. Kind of feels that way a little bit, so I don't know. I think you're hopeful when it comes to matters of your heart, you know. Okay, let me do the Hermit. In the recent past, you get the Nine of Swords, the Four of Cups, the Eight of Cups. Ooh, you are so angry with yourself here. Because I feel like this was the path for you to look into those aspects of yourself that, again, don't look or feel healthy. And I see you wanting to do that, but avoiding it like a, you know, like, nah. There's almost a sense of denial. Like, there's nothing unhealthy about me. I'm the best. I'm great. But you know that's not true, because you're upset with yourself there for not really, you know, looking into that. Okay. Let's do the Four of Swords. In the recent past, the Queen of Cups, the Page of Swords, the Page of Cups. Yeah, I feel like you're attaching yourself to someone here, but it definitely dies down in time. I feel like the more you're honest with yourself and who you truly are and what your desires are and all of that, it starts to kind of fade out, whoever this is, or your grab onto their energy. you know? Because you are starting that. Initially, you're kind of like, no, there's nothing wrong with me. It's probably coming from a sense of everything is wrong with them, not with me. But eventually, you kind of go in and start looking into yourself there. And that's when you kind of clean some stuff up and realize, hey, hold on. I don't think I even want this, you know? So, okay. Let me do the devil. For the devil, you get the Tower, the Two of Swords, the Seven of Cups. Ooh, yeah. I mean, that's quite the energy there. And what's really nice about this reading is that the same energy of that Tower there is showing up in the immediate future, and your approach to it here versus there is very different. Whereas there, let's say something challenging happens, right? The shit hits the fan. I see you in the past. I see you complicating things like no tomorrow because the shit just hit the fan. And it's almost like panic complicating or something like that, where there's so many potential scenarios that you're creating from that mind of yours when you look at that fan. And it's like, oh my God, the things that could happen now, the things that could happen. And you go through all of those things in your head, and then it's like, especially in times of challenge, you know, that's when you had the tendency to really take it up here and allow for your mind to do whatever. And that would have been an energy that you may have said, I'm not going to look into that because that's not what I do, you know, not seeing it as a reaction to a potential challenging situation, which was quite unhealthy, because if anything, it complicated things a lot more than they needed to be, you know, in the past. In the future, I see a completely different energy, but we're not there yet. In the current situation, you get the Nine of Wands, for the Nine of Wands, you get the Ten of Cups, the Eight of Swords, the Seven of Swords. See, you're already starting to have a little bit of a different approach. When you start placing things up here and the mind is starting to create all sorts of stories, you catch it. This time around, you catch it. You don't just let it run loose and do whatever it wants. You're like, huh, okay, there it is. You're not doing necessarily anything about it, but you at least acknowledge it, you know. You're like, oh, okay, that's what's happening here. So it's kind of, this whole reading seems to be a process of you handling your own overthinking, you know. For the Five of Cups, in the current situation, you get the Knight of Swords, the Strength card, the Hierophant. Yeah, something did happen. I assume it's within this situation that you felt so into and then out of eventually. But I feel like some energies from back then are starting to get more clear for you. Because I feel like there's been enough time and space between you and the situation so that things can get a little more clear. Okay. Which the clarity seems to be... well, there's still energy you're putting into this, and potentially the importance of this to you, which still looks to be quite important to you, you know, the situation. But you're also showing it to me in the past, almost as if it stays there, like you're not necessarily chasing it. Let's do the Three of Swords, the Ace of Cups, the Hangman, the Lovers. Yeah. And how potentially at some point you may have thought, this is it, you know, this is the one for me, the one energy that, oh my God. Yeah, it's a process of realizing how you navigated that whole experience in the past, you know, and laying it all out on the table right in front of you and just kind of looking at it all and being like, okay, that's what I did there. That's what I did there. That's what I did to myself there. You know, At the core of this, there's definitely the realization of this is an important soul connection. You know, whatever it was here for, I feel like just by you taking it and laying it out on the table, it taught you a lot of things. I feel like it's still teaching you a lot of things. But there's you kind of assessing all of that. You know what I mean? But in rapport to yourself and how much at times you may have hurt yourself through whatever went on back there. So this is pretty healing. What's going on here is pretty healing. Let me do the Two of Wands in the immediate future. You got something here. You got something. For the Two of Wands, you get the Six of Cups, the Six of Pentacles, the Knight of Cups. There's a soul connection that shows up here, and it's just around the corner. It's just that the corner is invisible. You can't see it now. You can't see the corner. It's going to happen in a while. You're going to be able to see it. That's why you're manifesting here. You know. You know that there's an invisible corner there somewhere for you. It's just not ready to show up yet. Maybe you're still kind of closing some things off here in this healing over things. You know, you didn't quite clean up the table after you laid everything out on the table. You know what I mean? For the Page of Pentacles, you get the Nine of Wands, the Four of Wands, the Devil. And it's teaching you how to deal with the situation that's around the invisible corner in a potential different way, healthier way. Because what you're showing me here is, hell no, I'm not going to pull all of that crap when the invisible corner shows up for me, you know? So as you find yourself interacting with this brand new energy, you're definitely saying no to that in the way that it played out in the past. You know, not as long as you can help it. Cool. I told you you're bringing in a brand new energy here. Let me do the Tower. In the immediate future, you get the Five of Swords, the King of Swords, the Three of Wands. There's something about timing here with this one where it feels like, okay, this is showing up. The invisible corner is definitely becoming visible. You're there, but you take your sweet time with it. In the sense of you're showing up very clear about what you want out of the situation, about what you want to do in regards to the situation and all of that. Like there's clarity all over the map here. And you're like, oh, I'll just wait for the right time. And I'm like, what right time? You have the clarity. You have everything it takes to move towards this because this energy is that of movement. And you're like, I'll just wait for the right time. It's almost like you want a slap in the head from the universe. Being like, universe, you know, give me a sign that I should do this, that I should approach this situation. What kind of sign? I don't know. Have an eagle land in my head and scratch me on the top of my head. Really hard, so that I know that's a sign. That's a good sign. No, there's no signs. There's no eagles. There's you just knowing, being clear. You know, if you were confused here, I would be like, don't do it. Don't do it. But you show up in a lot of clarity. So it's like, you don't need a sign. Why do we ask for these confirmations? Like, universe, send me 10 signs for me to do something that I feel like I'm really in tune with and aligned. And I'm ready to go for it. But send me 10 signs. No. It shows up as a very deceptive energy because it's like, you got the clarity. Why do you need that confirmation from the universe? The universe is busy, you know, with other Geminis, other people. I don't know. You reached that place where you can do this all on your own. I don't know. But, okay. Let's see what the universe has. The Ace of Pentacles, the Emperor, the Three of Cups. Yeah, something good is coming your way. And it's in the form and shape of a partnership. You'll know. When the invisible corner is no longer invisible, you'll know. You'll know what this is about. It's too clear, too clear for you to not, you know, to be like, huh, universe, give me 100 signs for me to see that this is it. No, you'll know. You won't need universal signs for this one. You'll know. Okay. Cool reading, but that's what I have for you. Hope this helped, and I'll see you next time. Bye.